Billions of people live here on planet Earth, right? So there should be no surprise whatsoever that we all have opposing views. But do we share a common purpose in life? I'm so excited to introduce you to our next guest. Dr. Scott Trettenero is the author of Master the Mystery of Human Nature, Resolving the Conflict of Opposing Values. The book tries to tackle some of the most unanswered questions in life. Good morning, Doctor.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
I'll have to say, you know, considering the subject matter here, I'm surprised the book is as few pages as it is. I would think it would need to be, you know, just miles long.
Well, I tried to make it as simple as possible and put it into layman's terms, and I think I got a good handle on it.
All right, so let's get talking. We could talk all day, I have a feeling. So our challenge today will be to get it all in a couple minutes here. But tell me first, you're a dentist.
That's right.
So I'm going to be honest, how on earth did a dentist decide to write a book with this subject matter?
Yes. Well, I think I've always had an interest in understanding things by my inquisitive nature. Then I started reading a lot of things about life and asking people, well, tell me about human nature. And I always received, you know, a incoherent babble or a blank stare. No one really can put a handle on human nature, but it's the core of our existence. Why don't we know more about it? So I started looking into that. And doing philosophy and science research and stuff led me into getting a handle on bits and pieces of it.
Did you go in with the mission to write a book, or did you kind of just go in for a personal kind of goal, just to learn more, and then said, hey, I need to put this down?
Right, for personal effects, because I wanted to know myself first. And being a dentist and handling all sorts of different types of people, I wanted to know them also. But the main emphasis that got me writing the book was that I ended up marrying my complete opposite in every way.
As we all sometimes do.
Yes, opposites do attract, and for a reason. So my reason for being with my opposite was to learn new ways of thinking and feeling that were totally foreign to my way of thinking.
So what are some of the major concepts in the book that you kind of discovered about yourself and other people, and that you hope people take away when they read? I mean, what's kind of the meat of what this is?
Right. Well, life is created out of these opposites. We have day and night, wet and cold.
We're talking about the seasons,
wet and dry, hot and cold. Yes, and all of these dualities, we call them, shape our physical world, but they also shape our temperaments as human beings. So we have opposites built into the system, and it's the opposites which create the conflict, so to speak, that we have, because one person will see it one way and another person will see it totally different. How do you get those to come together when you're seeing things in an opposite view?
So what's the goal when people are reading this? What do you want them to take away from it?
Well, first of all, that you are born with a set of temperaments and associated values and emotions that create who you are.
There's no change in that. It is what it is.
Well, yes. I mean, you can modify, you can learn. There's no doubt about that. But your core temperament is always going to be what it is. If you're an expressive, you couldn't do what I did.
No, I don't want to try dentistry.
And I could not do what you do. So we're not going to change that. No amount of learning is going to allow you to do what I'm going to do, because I was built for doing those sorts of things. So it's the differences that we're born with which create who we are, and if we can understand that other people are like they are, we can develop more.
We can make the world a better place too, I'd imagine.
Yes.
Where can people get the book, as we're out of time and we need to close things up again? We could talk forever, but where can we get the book? Well,
you can go on my website at www.masterthemysterybook.com, or you can buy it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and places like that.
Dr. Scott, thank you so much. And again, we'll have to have you back on, and again, we could have lots of discussions. I know it, so thank you so much. And of course, for more info, go to our website as well. All right, beaches and burgers. What more could you want from your spring break? Up next, we show you some of our favorite destinations.